Now the facades had been done. I did that with not non-standard parts. You can see the windows are not what you usually have in the vanilla game. Of course, these windows are coming from the Architecture Plus mod. That Architecture Plus mod comes in 3 parts. I'm using all 3 parts. And it allows a lot of different windows, corners, which are also used here for the Quartz factory, receiving the quartz from the north. And that is my Quartz factory where I produce my silica and my crystal quartz. And all overproduction then is being synced in the awesome sink and the building where I do my concrete production. I think this quartz building looks quite alright. The front corner again is done with the Architecture Plus mod and all the non-standard windows. And the roof again with the upside down mod and decorations. With that, it's time to proceed to the east. The resources of the Dune Desert are calling. So I found a way to sneak my big belt road through that bridge. Yeah, slightly curvy. Far away there. And the problem I'm having is that there's a huge distance behind. So here in this... Oh, yeah, you see this? The tractors are standing. There's absolutely no reason whatsoever. Not even a tractor standing in front of the tractor station. They're just queuing up. Another one comes in. And he goes just into the queue and nothing is happening. So there is something quite dodgy in the version 1.1 regards vehicle behavior. I'm having that a lot, that they're just standing around for absolutely no reason whatsoever, even on high ground. I have no idea why the tractors are behaving that funny. I need to look on that later on a bit more intensive. So again, let's go for the east, because the Dune Desert is calling. This is the only area where I'm not very happy with my road so far, because I want to go just in 1 meter downhill and 1 meter tile steps, because then I can do my slide jumping, which is a very fast way of traveling. And with that, I'm very high in the air at this point, so I'm not yet happy. I try to get down as much as I can, because I really like to be in the landscape. I don't like my roads float high in the air. Yeah, by the way, let's have a look here. There are some oil resources. You see spots here, oil. So I really want to do some plastic production later on here. That space is calling for me. Not sure yet about where I get the water from. But that oil definitely is highly attractive to me. The road's going through the gap in this mountain range. That's something I quite like. I try to adjust the height a little bit to the height of the dunes. So the road has a semi-realistic look if it comes to the height in the landscape. And here we're reaching a spot which is interesting, because you see on the left there's water and the mountain range. There's quite a few interesting resources. I want to build something there. But also if we go to the right, there are lots of resources too. So the Dune Desert is so packed with resources, I may have to split the road here to be able to transport it all on my big, beautiful belt. So even when traveling here on that road, on the right hand iron ore, left hand iron ore. So there are resources everywhere here. It's really full. That's why I think the Dune Desert is one of the easiest locations to run your game and build stuff. And here is the area where I'm learning now my first steps regards the Ficsit Farming mod. So the Ficsit Farming mod does some farming. I had no idea whatsoever. So I'm just clicking around here wildly and trying to do some stuff. And I noticed that that mod has 3 main parts. One part is getting stuff out of the ground. That happens via a miner. Part 2 is that soil that we get out of the ground to run into the seed extractors here on the right side. And the seeds then to be linked into the planting stations. See on the, you saw just on the left the planting stations. The problem is I'm not having any intelligent splitter yet. And that is a problem for me, because we have a happy mix of seeds. I'll show you in a sec. Here's the overview again. You see I'm using an awesome sink to dump whatever production I can't use, which at the moment is everything. And of course I did build again a little concrete factory here. Since I'm not having yet the dimensional depots, I really need to have some concrete nearby to do the street building and platform building. And there are my first steps with the farming mod. So you see on the top right, you see the miner, then the seeder, and then with the conveyors linked into the planting stations. If we have a closer look here, then again, stuff comes in here from the miner. That mod obviously works with different kinds of soil. This one is standard dirt. And depending on the soil, you get different kinds of seeds. I'm getting here a bunch of seeds out of the seed extractor. And let's see if I can get on the top here. I'm not having a jetpack yet. You can see here the different seeds. There was wheat, there's corn. Yeah, see, you can see even the color of these seed boxes different. That's very nice to see. And with that, I'm having a problem because I'm not having a smart splitter yet. So I can't really say that only one specific seed comes to one specific plant station. That was only feasible after I got the smart splitter. After I got the smart splitter, I could finish a setup here of my first steps. And then I had been able to filter out from the happy mix coming from the seed extractor those seeds which I really want for a planting station. So that one planting station receives only one kind of seeds, because otherwise it would just clog up. So now it runs all nicely. Again, use the upside down mod and decorations to get in some vegetation to make it look a bit more matching to the environment around. And again, I'm annoyed by the bad quality of shadows in version 1.1. The shadows look really horrible, just black blobs. And when you come close and suddenly they become more realistic, there's nothing in between. So they really screwed up some there. Let's follow that road in the direction of the coast. And by doing so, you can see already there are some water extractions. Some water extractor here in the little lake. And with my current MK1 pipes, I'm pumping it in direction to the chimneys, which you can see top left corner. There is a coal plant which needs that water. I'm using the road to attach the pipes. And here you can see on the way to the coal plant, I'm having a Nobelisk plant. Again, using all the mods I mentioned before. In the background, you see the miner from where the sulfur comes in. And from the left, we are receiving coal and iron. So I can do the steel pipes in this building and then manufacture the Nobelisks, the standard red Nobelisk. They're doing the job all right for me. So let's have a look inside of that one. You see here's the assembler. Nice little container. I love to have a container so I can grab stuff, because currently I have to visit it and pick it up. Later on, of course, I want to have here my a dimensional depot. So I receive it right in my hand wherever I am. Sulfur is coming in, coal is coming in, iron, same line. And yeah, I like this little building. It's just very basic, the production, but it does the job. Nicely embedded again into the environment. Looks alright to me. Not too much effort. Little bit pragmatic build, and that's alright. Here you can see now the coal plant on the top view, and you notice immediately that I'm not yet sure what I'm actually doing with it, because the road is leading in the direction that the road is running directly into the coal miner, so I do not know yet should the road end or do a right-hand turn, or yeah, no idea, maybe dead end. Let's see. At least I have a coal plant, that's now the third. With that I have a bit of energy to play with, which is positive, and yeah, I'm really looking forward now to go a bit more into the Dune Desert and getting a bit more building done there. Let's see.